Hi everybody, Susan here with Pumpkin Hill Stampers. I'm going to do a Stampin' Show and Tell today, and it's going to be one of my cards for the card class to go this month. This month I am featuring the Brightly Gleaming Suite as my class to go, and 3 of the cards from the catalog I am going to case. We've got this blue one here, then we've got this one with the peacock, pretty peacock paper, and we're doing this one here with the ribbon and bows. So, and then I've got 2 originals. Now this one I've already showed you. This one I showed you a couple of days ago on the show and tell, so that one's already been logged. You can watch the video, and if you need to, you can go purchase the tutorial. The second one I'm going to do today is this Night of Navy one, and then I'll keep doing a project every couple of days for you. So by the end of next week, they will all be on video for you, and you can purchase the class, and I will send you the links for their PDF tutorials plus the materials you need for the projects. So let's go ahead and get started. So this one is a Night of Navy card base, and we're going to run that through our embossing machine with the hammered metal folder. So let's just go ahead and do that to start. So it's a 3D folder. So I'm going to need to use the blue embossing plate to get the effect I'm looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my platform. I'm going to get out my folder. I'm going to put my card base into my folder, and I'm going to position it so that the crease, or I've got it scored here on my folder, is right on the edge of my embossing plate. So just like that, but I'm going to leave my card open when I put it in. That way I don't end up with a large crease on the fold, and it will fit through this way on the platform. So I just run that through with my blue plate on top. And I'm going to end up with the hammered metal embossing effect on my cardstock. See? So that was nice and easy. And if you wanted to, you could flip it and have it go the other way and have it be more of the raised up image instead. So go ahead and clear that off so we can continue working. Okay, so from here, I have a piece of Designer Series paper. It's got that fun copper foil embellishment on it. And that's just going to get snailed direct to our card. So, nothing tricky about this element. We just apply it to the face of our card. Okay, now from here, I've taken my stitched circle dies, and I've die cut a vanilla circle, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place that directly onto my Designer Series paper. Okay, now remember, we're casing this from the catalog, so a lot of this was just copy what was there. So the next thing I do is I have one of the copper foil embellishments. This is the large star, and I'm just going to put a glue dot right in the middle of that star, and then I'm going to position that over the top of my die-shaped circle. Right? So far it's pretty easy. We haven't even done any stamping yet, have we? Alright, now we're going to do the stamping. So I'm going to bring in Mossy Meadow, and I'm stamping the holly. I'm going to do it 2 times. Okay. And then from there, I'll let that dry for just a minute. For the inside, I have a piece of Very Vanilla. Okay, that's going to go on the inside, and I'm going to stamp on that one, Be Jolly This Season. Now, I am stamping on the inside with the pretty peacock color, so I'm kind of tying in the colors from the front to the inside. Now, I have not purchased my in color ink pad yet, but I do have the markers. So I actually want to omit the "and" from the stamp, and I just want to use the "Be Jolly this season." So I actually want my marker anyway. So in order to selectively stamp part of an image, use your markers and just ink up what it is you want to be stamping. Okay? If it's a really large image, after you've inked it, you would huff it. So, and this I'm going to stamp right in the center. Be Jolly this season. And then I can just attach that to the inside. Now, part of why I skipped to the inside for a minute after I stamped those two hollies was to give them a chance to set the ink, because now I'm going to come back with my blends and I'm going to color them. So we often tell you to stamp with Memento before you use blends, but I'm going to actually color the leaves with Mossy Meadow, and I stamped it with Mossy Meadow. So if my color bleeds a little bit from my watercolor based ink, it's not going to be like a pool of different colors, so I'm okay. So I'm just adding the green to the leaf. So it's like color on color. Okay, and as you can see, we'll come back to the original. I actually don't have that on my card, do I? No. What we're going to do after I get them colored is we're going to cut them apart. We're going to end up using 3 leaves and the berries that are just the 3 berries. We're going to trim them apart and then we're going to put them back together to make our own embellishment there for the center. Now, on a few of the other cards I'm doing in this class, we are also cutting out these leaves. So I'm not going to show it in every class. I'll have them ready ahead of time. But for this first one, I did think I would show you how I do coloring, and then we'll cut them out. So now I'm just going over and I'm coloring one set of berries with my Pretty Peacock blend. Okay, so now we're just going to cut these loose. So I'm going to come in here very carefully. Now this time I'm trimming right on the edge of my image because I really don't want there to be any white, in this case very vanilla, kind of on the edge of my images. I want them to be nice and solid between the green and the blue. So cutting right on the line. Alright, there's my berries. Now I can be a little less careful as I cut out my leaf. Still want it pretty close though. So, but these scissors will do the job. So we're going to end up with a trio of leaves and a trio of berries. And we're going to put those right in the center of that silver foil star to make our embellishment. Okay, so now I didn't do the berries on this one because we only need the one set of berries. So I'm just going to come right in like this and trim out those berries. Do you see how I'm just kind of trimming to the edge? I'm doing my curve and then I just kind of let it cut right up the edge. That way you don't have to kind of fight with that leftover cardstock. Just let it fall free. So over here I can cut off that big side and come in like this. So when you're cutting things out, don't feel like you've got to go all the way around before you free off the scrap. Scrap is scrap, who cares how small it is. So make it easier on yourself and cut it free. Alright, so now I'm going to come in here. Maybe I'll leave these two together this time. We'll see. Alright, around and around and around. In and out, in and out, in and out. Okay, we're getting there. couple more curves. And we've got it. Now I'm pretty sure, maybe I don't have to cut the berry out. Let's see. Alright, so now I'm going to bring in my glue dots. And first I'm going to play with these. So if I put these like that, and I put this here, I put that like that. I think I want to cut those apart. So go ahead and cut these free. And I'm just going to cut that little piece of berry out. Alright, so now, like I was saying, on the glue dots, make my pieces so that I can put them all together again. So I've got one leaf here, and another one over there. And I'll put the third one kind of down. Oop, that one didn't get its glue dot. The third one down there. That one back over there. Alright, and then my 3 berries right in the middle. Okay, so far so good. So all we have left to do is the ribbon. So I have 2 sections of this ribbon. One is 14 inches and the other one is about 12 inches. So the 12-inch one we're going to wrap. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of snail right here to the front of the card. And then I'm going to put my ribbon right down over the top. Then I'm going to wrap it through the inside. I'm going to bring it back around and it's going to meet up just like so. So now I'm going to add a little bit of snail here. And I'm just going to lay that ribbon down in line with its other end. Okay, just like that. And then I bring my snips in and I can just trim off the extra overlap. Now, the extra other piece, I'm going to do my bunny ear bow. So first I find the center, and I make 2 ears, crisscross and pull them through gently because you want to be able to adjust your bow. Now, something else I do on this one, I pull that ear through a little bit more, is one, I want all my printing to show, but I'm going to take this tail and flip it around before I pull that knot so that the printing is showing on the front. Okay, so that was just a little twist of the ribbon before I pulled it tight. Okay, so there's that. I think I want it a little smaller so I can just pull the tails out a little bit. That'll be better. Okay, so now back to my glue dots. Just going to add a glue dot behind, maybe I'll do 2 glue dots behind the knot on the bow. I'm going to put that right over where the ribbon got wrapped around. Then you can bring your 2 tails together, give them a snip so they're about the same. Okay, and there we go, we've got our card. Now for the envelope, first time I did the card I was going to use pencils, and then I decided after doing some of the other cards I didn't want the pencil look, I wanted the blend look. So I'm going to stamp my holly berries there again, but instead of using my blends I'm going to bring in my blender and I'm just going to shade over the ink while it's still kind of fresh. And it's just going to give it a light shading of that color on there. Okay, and then to do the berries, if you want to do them blue, here's my blue marker and here's my blend. I'm just going to pick up some of that ink right off the tip. I'm going to blend it out a little bit, and then very lightly I'm going to come in and just shade those berries with a lighter version of that same color ink. So there's a little trick with our blender pens. Okay, so there we have it. Now this is card number 2 of 5. Like I said, there'll be 5 total cards in the class, and when you purchase the class you get all the kits plus the PDF tutorials, and the videos of course are here on YouTube and also on my blog posts, so you have access to those. But if you want to have this fun class delivered to you, Or if you want to come stamp with me, let me know and I'll make that happen for you. So there we go, card number 2 for the class this month from the Christmas Gleaming Suite. All right, everybody, hope you enjoyed today. Learned something new maybe with the way we put things together, and I'll see you again next time. Thanks, bye-bye.